Hello, hypothetical viewers. This is a very exciting moment. We are starting a new game, a Shining Force Central Translation. This is a fan translation of Shining Force Final Conflict. This game never came to the US, so this is a fan-made English translation. The forces of darkness, the Runefaust army, and darkness incarnate, Dark Dragon. That's a lot of dark. They destroyed and massacred as they tried to take over the world. This is a sequel to Shining Force 1, so you may recall these events happening. This happens like immediately after Shining Force 1, I guess. However, Max, that's the hero of the original Shining Force 1. Max led a troop known as the Shining Force to victory against the forces of darkness. And then in Shining Force 2, they'll be retconned to be the forces of the devils. Once again, the world was at peace. Now, a new treachery begins. That is an excellent way to start a story, can I just say? Now a new treachery begins. That's like, wow, I'm into it now. This is dramatic. This is a Game Gear game. So the graphics are a little shittier than you're used to. Mishaela, it's taken a long time. At last I found you. Mishaela was one of the bosses from Shining Force 1, as you remember. She fought with dolls. What are you saying, Max? If that's the case, it's time to finish me, don't you think? Too bad I'm not the same old Mishaela you defeated before. We fought her in like a castle that looked like a skull, I think. Mistress Mishaela, I am here. You can always rely on Lynx. Leave them to me. This guy's face looks familiar, but I don't think he was called Lynx. So, Max, it seems that you're here to stop us from fulfilling our dream. Do as you wish, Lynx. I don't remember what he was called in the original translation in English. I don't think it was Lynx, but I do recognize the face. Well, Shining Force, show me what you've got. This is an auto-scroll cutscene, so I gotta read it. Rydian, we can't let Mishaela escape. Who is Rydian? Adam, take Mead and the others and go after Mishaela. Oh, those are the new characters. Okay. Understood, Master Max. We'll chase after Mishaela. Yeah, Adam was our robot buddy. Mead, Paige, Sonnet, let's go. Follow me. These are all the new characters from this game. Right. So I guess they're like members of the Shining Force we didn't hear about. Rydian, you sneak up behind Lynx. Okay, Max. So there are characters from... this game is a little retconny of the original in ways that don't totally make sense. They've gone after Mistress Mishaela? I should get to her side quickly. Those characters are also all like level 1, so it's like, Max, what are you thinking? Wasn't this guy a wizard in the original game or something? Why are we... Max fights well, however, why are we hand fighting him, like with swords? Pity I can't stay. I must return to Mistress Mishaela. Hold it, Lynx. You'll have to get past me first. I'll knock you down and wipe the floor with you. Devil? Oh, so they're already being called the devils. Rydian was going to knock them all down. It's a Final Fantasy reference. Rydian, he got away. I'm concerned about Adam and the others. Let's hurry up and rejoin them. It's kind of interesting. This is like the reverse of Shining Force CD. With this, Mishaela, it's time for you to die. Your anger is useless. This is the end. The ends of the text box don't quite line up properly. Adam fires his laser cannon. Like in terms of the end of sentences, the rhythm is a little odd. Oh, this is the scene. This is the temple in Shining Force 2 where we found the caravan. Oh ho ho ho! I can't be defeated that easily. Aku, destroy those hindering pests. Adam was kind of not that strong in the original game, so this makes sense. I have my orders. It's nothing personal. I think he's like a dragon person. Take this, Blaze level 3. That should only do about 20 damage, but I guess this is a cutscene, so... Ha 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 ha, you do well to realize just how much power I have. The power to cast Blaze level 3. Now Lynx, Aku, Magic, Magus, let's go. We're running away from Adam and these level 1s. Adam! Adam, are you alright? He doesn't have very good HP in that game, so... Master Max... Mishaela has damaged Adam. With only a single spell! Mead, Paige, Sonnet, you stay here and help Adam. Rydian, follow me. We'll go after Mishaela. He's a fucking endgame character, yet he's still this pathetic. Please don't leave us here. Let us come and fight. With you. We don't give a fuck about Adam. Me, don't say such things. Adam will need someone to stay and assist him, won't he? Just use a fucking herb on him. What a thing to say. I'm concerned that only 2 people are going, though. It'll be okay, Paige. Though you are gallant, you are needed here. Max and the others won't be harmed. That's right, Sonnet. I'm not sure if it's Sonnet or Sonnet. I'll leave Adam in your capable hands. Rydian will come with me. Just you wait, Mishaela. She was patiently waiting right over here for us. Ho ho ho, you're not going to stop me here. I'll cast Spark, level 3. Oh, instead of Bolt, they've translated it as Spark. Wacky. It's kind of weird because Bolt has less characters. Your turn, Magus. Like, it would have been easier to just leave it as Bolt. Alright, Guffaws, Blaze level 2. This guy is weaker than Enkidian or whoever, because he can't even cast level 3. How do you like that, Max? Oh ho ho ho, you were defeated by a single level 3 Bolt. So, like, how fucking low in level are they right now? Rydian, we must destroy Mishaela and her devils to stop their evil plan. At all costs. What is their evil plan? Yes, we will defeat them. As we all know, in Shining Force, you only have like 2 characters fight literally everyone. This is like a Max who played too many of the dungeon crawler games where you have 1 character. Okay, so we finally finished the opening cutscene. So all the auto scroll ones, I keep wanting to comment on things and then it's like they're still scrolling. This game. Oh, I'm glad that we have our person reading a book at the beginning too. I love the Shining Force tradition of someone reading a book to you. And so began Mishaela's new ambition. But Max was on his way to stop her. After a fierce battle at the ancient temple, Max set off to pursue Mishaela. I wonder what happened next. Oh, a visitor. Perhaps we can read this book together. Sure, friend. Okay, sorry. I was trying to figure out. The controller options let you set button 1 and button 2. I'm not totally. Apparently, button 2 is the yes button, so after this episode, I'll probably go into the options and flip which one I set to that, because I'm much more used to button 2 being the B button. You'd like to start from the beginning? It's a very good place to begin, so I hear. May I ask your name? Now, this character's official name is Ian. But as per usual, our name is Ben. You know how, like, in Link, like, in Legend of Zelda, like, the characters, it's like, this Link keeps, like, I think the official backstory is he's not the same person being reincarnated. All the Links are different people, but he's just always the bearer of the Triforce of Courage. This is like the Shining Force is the saga of Ben. They're all Ben. So your name is Ben, is it? Cool name. That book may take some time. You'd best hurry along. You have to go hurry to read a book. The Shining Force fought a long battle at the ancient temple on the continent of Parmesia. So what you can see here is that this game, apparently, from what I understand from a quick Wikipedia read, this was it's actually the last. It came out after Shining Force 2. So the order of creation is the Shining Force 1, Gaiden 1, sort of Hagia, Shining Force 2, and then this. And this game was made to kind of bridge Shining Force 1 and 2 together. And in my opinion, it doesn't terribly make sense because what you may have noticed in that previous battle, the Ancient Temple, that was not a location from Shining Force 1, it was from Shining Force 2. It's the place where we found the caravan, which we used to recruit Rhodes. Remember how we had that like weird thing that looked like the Horda from original Star Trek following us around the whole game? That was the caravan. It was very weird. It like shrunk people to miniature size, but whatever. But that was supposed to be on a completely different continent than Shining Force 1. Um, and you may also remember that Mishaela, if I remember right, I think we fought her like right after the battle where we like got Blue the dragon and stuff. Because didn't we fight her in that like we went to the town of the dragons and we found out about like Cain being our bro and all this crazy shit happened and then like we like went down on the map to where like it was like a castle that looked like a skull and we fought her and she like controlled dolls and stuff. And then that happened like quite a bit before the end of the game. So apparently the conceit of this is that she didn't actually die. The thing we thought was Michelle was just one of her dolls that she like disguised as her, I guess. So she's still out there trying to do vague evil stuff. And because of the retcon in Shining Force 2 that all of the Dark Dragon and everyone were actually the devils, now she's also one of the devils. She's part of the devil army trying to I don't know, maybe the idea is that this ties into the second like Shining Force 2. They're trying to like resurrect Zayon. I don't fucking know. The Dark Dragon and Xeon were like enemies or whatever, so it's not really clear. Maybe it will become revealed in this game, maybe it won't. But for some reason, it seems like this happens after the end of Shining Force 1, or maybe in the middle of Shining Force 1. Maybe this is like partway through. We somehow ended up on a completely different continent chasing down Mishaela with Max, Adam, and a collection of randos who weren't in Shining Force 1. So the ending of Shining Force 1 did imply that final ending cutscene did imply that Max escaped from the temple somehow, and he did meet up with Adam. So maybe this is taking place after that. It's like he escaped, and then they were like, "Oh, we got to go fight Mishaela." With this collection of people that we met somehow. It's not really explained. Um, Adam was damaged, and so they returned to the port town of Hassan to repair him. Hassan is also a location from Shining Force 2. I think that we had to fight the Kraken to get there. How are you feeling, Adam? Are the repairs working, I wonder? So Adam is going to be our like advisor character for this game. Kind of like Mayfair in previous game, you know. He's a character who or like fucking what was his name? Astrum. I keep wanting to call him Gandalf because that's to me he's Gandalf, but Astrum from Shining Force 2, you know, he's the character who like, you know, does the narration at camp and stuff. But he got damaged by Blaze 3. It's hopeless. I don't think I'll... Maybe I should give him a robot void. It's hopeless. I don't think I'll be able to fight anymore. I am a robot. As you may remember in Shining Force 1, you get him pretty late in the game, and it's a massive pain in the ass to train him, and he never really gets all that good. So I can kind of believe that he'd be totally out of commission from a single Blaze level 3. Like, I kept him in my endgame party because he's cool, because he's a robot in a fantasy game, but man, he is not good. The others will be able to fight, though. They're strong enough. We should set out to find Max as soon as possible. I'll do this until I think it's annoying, which maybe never, because I love stupid things. If you think that's necessary, Adam, set up a pursuing party. Indeed, I must protect Master Max and prevent the entire world from being destroyed. The second one seems more important, Adam. You should lead with that. Also, what is Mishaela doing that's going to destroy the entire world? She's like a minor boss in the original game. She's the one who set up the circus, the evil circus, so like she's not that menacing. For that reason, we should leave here and try to pick up his trail. Don't worry, though, we'll be back. Will we? And here's our new force. Adam should be doing fine now. When we brought him here to Hassan, I was worried he might never return to normal. There's no need to worry, Mead. There's a self-repairing mechanism inside me. I may not be completely repaired yet, but I'm not about to become a useless lump of metal. Which is what you were pretty much in Shining Force 1. You came in only a couple battles for the end, and you did not contribute a lot. Nonetheless, we'll still worry a little. Adam is delicate, unlike Mead. That's right, Paige. Who would have imagined how Adam managed to recover? For an apprentice mage like Howl, this will be the sight of a lifetime. We have a wizard in the party as well. What are you saying about me this time, Sonette? There's too many characters here. They will not actually have consistent voices. I also don't think there'll be that many cutscenes after this opening one. Do you really think that I'm just some useless academic? You do have massive nerd glasses. I've already taught you so much. What a waste of time. Just kidding, just kidding. I've often had to depend on you and your experience, Howl. Wasn't Howl the name of the wizard guy from Shining Force 2 who died? He was like Kazin's master, Howl, right? Is this supposed to imply that this game takes place, I think, a fair amount of time before Shining Force 2? Is he, like, supposed to grow up to be Howl, or is that just a total coincidence of naming? I also don't know whether they were originally the same in Japanese, or whether they just got translated to be the same in English. No idea. Okay, is everybody here? Well, let's journey to the ancient temple to see what devils we must face. Just a minute. Shouldn't Knuckles be going with us? Knuckles is a monk, so it's like he fights with his fist, but to me it makes me think of the Sonic character. It's like, Knuckles is really good at climbing walls and gliding. He'll be useful. He can help us find the Master Emerald. That lazy bones must have slept in again. He's really let Max down this time. He doesn't deserve to come with us. He's always late and we always have to wait for him. Getting a lot of backstory here. We'll be waiting all day for him to wake up and get here. That could have been a lot shorter. That's right. There's no reason to let him delay us. When he comes out, he can join us. Let's go now. Oh dear, Knuckles, what shall we do with you? If he shows up, I'll tell him you've already left. I don't think that guy ever joins the party, he's just here. Thank you, we couldn't ask for more. Maybe some items? We could ask for more, really. So you'll notice that the leader of the force, Ben, is not here yet. This is a rare Shining Force where the main character isn't in the first battle. Well then, Elder, our group should leave for the ancient temple now. We'll return soon. I'll be here waiting for you. Ah, some more party members. Grandpa, could Ben please have a word with you? This is our healer, but I think she, like, doesn't learn heal. She only gets aura. So it's like, this game has some weird character, like, spell lists. Some of the spell lists are, like, very different than usual in Shining Force. Alright, wait inside. I'll be there in a moment. So those two party members will not be in the first battle. They'll join after. Ben became lost on his journey and came to Hassan by coincidence. I believe Ben has something to tell Adam, too. Also, as per usual, for every Shining Force but 2, I guess. I haven't played 3 yet, so I don't know. But the ones we've done so far, main character is just some guy who had nothing to do with... Oh, no, actually, you know what? It's only the Gaiden games, actually, where the main character just kind of shows up, and the other people are like, who's this? In 1 and 2... Well, actually, in 1, the backstory was that he just showed up. He's an orphan that came out of nowhere. 2 is the only one where it's like, you have like a family and you're in your own town. All the others, it's like, you're some rando. But I suppose you will have to wait until you return. Well then, let's go to the ancient temple. Now we're walking across town. And see, the layout is actually quite similar to Hassan from Shining Force 2. Like, that like wheel thing in the middle, the ship's wheel, that was in this town in that game. So it's very weird that they were like, we'll have the game set in the world of Shining Force 2, but with characters from Shining Force 1. This will really make the whole universe interconnected. And it's like, more just made it not make sense anymore. Hey, wait up. I'm all set to come along and do my best. Unfortunately, I cannot climb walls or glide. Knuckles, it's you! What in the world were you thinking, arriving so late? If you hadn't got here in time, we'd be setting off for the ancient temple without you. Haha, sorry. I slept in late, then rushed to get ready. Honestly, I can relate. This is my life basically every day. I'm chronically sleeping in late. I'm here because I know how important this is. And also, I'm the only one who's going to get healed for a long time. Come along then, it's time to depart. Well, everyone, let's go. Why did that guy just stand there for a while? It wasn't even a comical scene, he was just zoning out. Chapter 1, The Ancient Shrine, A New Journey Begins. Okay, so we got through all the cutscenes at last. That was like 20 minutes of cutscenes. Well, not quite, more like 15 minutes because I talked for a little. So Adam and his companions headed for the ancient temple to search for Max's trail. However, that was like, we're not even done with the cutscenes. This is literally minimum 15 minutes of cutscenes for a fucking Game Gear game from like the late 90s. Is this it? It's the caravan. It is. This is the caravan, like I just said. It's said to be a very convenient means of transportation. And apparently anyone who goes into it gets shrunk to miniature size, so that's a lot. This is seriously going to be like 20 minutes of cutscenes. I don't understand. How do you get this thing to move? You need Road to help you. If we can only work out how to get inside. Oh well, that woman said it's okay to break it if we can't make it work. Break it? Like, he's gonna damage that ancient relic. Like, is it glued to the floor? Dude, just pick it up. It looks like it's not that big. It's like the size of a person. 3 of you could carry it. Someone just had to come along and spoil this. We'll abandon the caravan for now. Let's get out of here. Hey, you. A thief like me is skilled enough to escape. Men, why don't you keep them company? The enemy is coming. Adam, you can't fight, but we can. Understood. Well then, Mead, please lead them. Because main character isn't here yet, so this rando is gonna lead us. Okay. So after not quite 20 minutes of cutscenes, so let's, 15-ish minutes of cutscenes. Honestly, that's not long for like a modern RPG, like your Final Fantasies it's set, but for a game this old, that's a surprising amount of opening cutscene. I feel like most of the other Final Fantasy, no, sorry, Shining Force games actually did not have quite as much. Arg, I really need to change the button combination. I'm sorry, I keep pressing the wrong one because to me, usually I have A on my keyboard as the A button and S as the B button for like your Fire Emblems, etc. Like if I'm playing GBA Fire Emblem. So I'm just more used to that. And button 1 here is basically the B button, which I unthinkingly said is A, like in order of 1, 2. So we're fighting the ooze. Oh man, getting all congested. The goblins. Caravans up here. For a Game Boy Advance game, this map is actually pretty nice. You know, obviously the graphics look super old and stuff, but like it's kind of, I like the way the pillars and everything are done. It's kind of evocative. It's kind of stylish in like a cute way. And it's a very faithful reproduction of this map from Shining Force 2, which is impressive. And let's check out our party. We have Paige the warrior. We have Knuckles the monk. Is there a way to... I guess there's not a way to see what spells anyone has. Maybe there is? Ah, yes. So he has heal 1. He's the healer for now, because our other healer that we're going to get, we'll get, like, blast and shit, and we'll eventually get aura, but not heal. This is our Mead the Knight, who has an angel wing, since we don't have our party member with egress yet. Sonette the archer. And Howl the mage, who has blaze, and I think eventually gets bolt also. So for now, I guess let's... Oh, god damn it. This first chapter is going to suck because of the controls. I'm sorry. I'm going to fix them immediately after. We have item, battle, hold, which I guess is the wait button. I don't know why it's... And cast. I don't know. I feel like sometimes you get like fan translations that translate everything differently just kind of for style points. And I'm like, what was wrong with translating this as magic? Which is what it was before in the original. Oh, the battle backgrounds, again, for a Game Boy Advance game, this looks pretty nice. I think it's actually evokes the map really well and like has a lot of nice color variety and it's sort of bright and it pops. And the character animations are pretty cute too. I feel like this also doesn't the Fusion emulator for whatever reason, I may mess around with this in the settings too. I could tweak how this looks, but I could like change how OBS is recording this basically so that it like is only looking at the game part of it and not at the like sidebar there that says Game Gear. But that is what the emulator screen looks like. What you're seeing now is basically the actual emulator screen. And for some reason for Game Boy Advance games, it has the like Game Boy or Game Gear, sorry, for Game Gear games, it has the little like bit that surrounds it. Was anyone injured? I can't remember. They were not. That's not what I... Okay. We're getting there. This isn't that long of a battle, and we're just kind of going to blast through it. Because the cutscenes took so long. But yeah, this... unlike in the Shining Force Sega CD games, where the emulator was basically just the game screen, this one has this sort of borders around it of the console. But that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of cool for the vid, and that way you are literally seeing what I am seeing. So, it does make the screen smaller though, but like, the actual Game Gear did in fact have a fairly small screen. It was a portable system. But, so that may be why that's done, I don't really know. I didn't build the emulator. But it's very impressive that it can play like every Sega game on all of the systems, so yeah. But yeah, I was gonna go into this more in the opening crawl, but it was an auto scroll crawl. So basically this game, like I was saying, is set between Shining Force 1 and 2, and it appears to be immediately after Shining Force 1. I'm assuming Shining Force 2 takes a while after that. I don't know whether Howl is supposed to be the same person. If he is, that implies that it's like 60 years after this. But the original games never really made clear what the time gap was. It was just sort of vaguely like, oh, it's on the same continent, sorta. It may have said something about how long ago Dark Dragon was sealed again, but I do not recall. It is Really only a few months since we played that game, because I think I did that back in like June. So it really hasn't been that long, but I just didn't retain it, basically. There's no excuse. The story of that game was not something that really caught my attention. But yeah, so the weird thing to me anyway is that like, why is Mishaela such a threat now when, okay, we can heal him. He also needs healing. Can get Knuckles some X because he's apparently too slow to get a kill. Oh, God damn it, I pressed the wrong button again. But yeah, so like, it's like, why is Mishaela such a fucking threat now? And how did we even find out about her or whatever? Like, the fact that the rest of the Shining Force is not here, I'm sort of assuming this does in fact take place like after Ben was sealed in the temple, everyone went home, and no one except Adam finds out that Ben escaped, because you have that final cutscene where it's like, oh, I've been traveling a long time or whatever, and Adam is there. And I guess he found out, I don't know, Max rather, found out that Mishaela had in fact escaped and was like, oh, it's up to me to do this, but I don't need to contact my old friends or anything or let them know I'm alive or whatever. You know, because in Shining Force Gaiden 1, they had no idea what had happened to him. They hadn't seen him again. Instead, I'm just gonna go off and... Oops. Once again, did not click what I meant to click. Oh well. Yeah, a little congested. But, instead I'll recruit this new party of level 1 characters to fight Mishaela with me and Adam. So already, like, right from the start, it's like, this doesn't make a ton of sense. And for some reason, the battle, like, the story, instead of taking place in, it's only the first chapter, so a mage can do, like, something at least, even with a basic attack. The story is not taking place in the same continent as Shining Force 1, but on Parmesia, from Shining Force 2, which... it raises the question of how did Mishaela get to Parmesia? How did we get to Parmesia? How did we find out that Mishaela had gone to Parmesia? Like, just... none of this really seems terribly coherent, honestly. I'm trying to get Knuckles at least one kill. And, like, you know, I feel like that is probably an artifact of, you know, kind of like, oh, well, we'll create this game to tie these together into, like, one big... universe, you know, that'll be cool. We only sort of vaguely we said it in Shining Force 2 because it was like, oh, Dark Dragon was also a devil, but you know, none of the characters was there, so it's like, oh, this will be cool. I'm gonna try and get Knuckles another kill because he has not gotten much yet. But it sort of made Knuckles, you're fucking terrible. Fine, we'll stall, I guess. Like, God, you suck. He dealt 1 damage. How could you possibly be... He has a weapon, too. His attack is 8. Wow, how is his attack worse than every other character? Like, he's worse than Howl, the wizard. And the leather glove is equipped. That's what those little parens mean. Okay, well, I don't know why he sucks so bad. Maybe he's not good. Maybe he needs to be trained up. I don't know. We'll have to rely a lot on healing. I'm glad I took the time to get him 2 kills. Oh, his attack increased by 3. Okay, so maybe he's one of those characters that just, like, starts super weak, but they grow quickly. What? My men can't have been defeated. Weren't you supposed to be running away while we did that battle? I think now's the time for a hasty exit. I think the time was at the start of the battle, actually. Why don't you just run the fuck away backwards? There's a hole in the wall. That's how Mishaela got out. I suppose you must be one of Mishaela's minions, since you're here at the ancient temple trying to damage things. You can't, I can't, this guy does not have a consistent voice because I don't know what his voice should be. We can't let you go free until we have decided there is good reason to do so. He seems like he'd be kind of a little bit of a snob. Can't catch me. I won't go with you. This is very silly. Curses! I've been caught. The great Ruberan is ruined. You seem like an incredibly shitty thief, dude. You're just like wildly incompetent. Who are you and your gang? What were you doing here? He's Ruberan who is stealing the caravan. Keep up, Adam. This guy's a heretic. He was trying to steal that ancient relic. Wait, what? Is that... Is that a thing? You're a heretic if you steal ancient relics? Hey, show some respect, will you? Don't call me this guy. You don't mind the heretic part. What in the world is going on lately? First it's that suspicious woman. Now this mechanical monster catches me. Yeah, this guy's a little dramatic. Suspicious woman, do you know what Mishaela's plan is? Eh, what? I don't even know the woman's name. And I can't say I'm too thrilled about being here. Well then, what was your gang of ruffians doing here at the ancient ruins, I wonder? Wait just a minute. That woman took my gang hostage. She threatened us to bring back this ancient relic. Or else. Mishaela apparently needs the caravan for her plan. It's not clear why. She has to cross a dried-up riverbed. This fellow must be a criminal trying to steal that ancient relic. We can't allow him to go. What do you think we should do, Adam? Well, first of all, we should probably return to Hassan to discuss this with the elder. That's a good idea. Perhaps that suspicious woman is Mishaela. These characters are not very quick, are they? They're a bit slow. If she really is, we may be able to pick up Max's trail more easily. You could just try fucking tracking her through the hole in the temple she escaped through. I see your point. We should hurry back to Hassan immediately. Off we go! And that's the first chapter. Adam and the others return triumphant to Hassan, with Ruberon as their prisoner. However, there was another battle. Looks like someone blew up that roof. There's like a hole in it. I heard a sound from over there. Oh no! Grandpa! This is the elder's child, I guess. Or, well, grandchild. Ben, I'm not important. Just go with Cynthia and escape. She's called Cynthia, I guess. Ben bows his head in agreement. But Grandpa... She looks like she's very young. Like, she looks like she's 8 years old. Quickly catch them. That old man stays with me. You take the other ones. Lynx, follow me inside. Yes, Mistress Mishaela. Hey, you. Don't let them escape. Hey, you. Let's catch them. Well, he's very enthusiastic henchman here. Some combat. Cynthia, are you okay? Who in the world are these monsters? They're monsters. That's their work for Mishaela. This guy's real slow. I don't understand. They came here without warning. They wanted us to hand over Grandpa. Of course we said we couldn't do that. They started raiding our village. How dare they disrupt the peace of this village? Adam, Ben saved me, but Grandpa is still their captive. Please save him. I understand. Right, let's begin the rescue. Ben, we will fight alongside you. Ben bows his head in agreement. He's another protagonist who doesn't talk. Okay. So this is our next battle. We're gonna break here. The end of our first episode. So, kicked off this game with a lot of story, met a whole pile of new Shining Force characters, and are now setting out on a plot that ties these Shining Force 1 and 2 together while also not making a ton of sense, in my opinion. But, like, perhaps that will only make it even more delightful. And it has these amazing Game Gear graphics, which, like, they look so dated now, but they also still have a nostalgic charm. I think I will keep it with the borders on the side, because I'm like, that's how the emulator actually look, and it is kind of stylish. But thank you for watching, hypothetical viewers. I hope you are excited to begin our journey through Shining Force Final Conquest, a story which is notably not the Final Conquest since it takes place before Shining Force 2, but whatever. Maybe it's the Final Conquest that Max was involved in. Look forward to the next episode when we must rescue the Elder, who doesn't have a name, on Shining Force Final Conquest.